All right, people. Now I'm going to talk about this fragrance that was actually a tester that someone gave me. Didn't have any cap. They gave me that at a fragrance store because I didn't even buy anything. They just, I guess it wasn't that popular. Uh, but is it good? Okay, so I've tested it a few times. On its own, it's nice, and I think that my wife actually told me like that it smelled really nice. Like she was like, "You're smelling really like it's hot," and I was like, "What?" And I was I didn't even like recall what fragrance I was wearing, and it was this eau de toilette that Kokeshi made called Tonka. Okay, so um, and it's like just a Tonka note for real. Like it's just Tonka. So if you're like kind of wondering what Tonka actually smells like, perhaps you can use that, but it doesn't actually smell exactly like Tonka, which is weird. It's called Tonka. The only note mentioned is Tonka, but I remember smelling like an extract of Tonka, and it didn't actually exactly smell like that. Anyway, what is in there? It's fresh, woody tonka bean. So it's all based on the tonka. So what is weird is that it's a tonka like on top note. So it's kind of like cologne because it's kind of just one note on top note. So it's citrusy, but tonka is a bit vanillic and caramel like. So it kind of has that vibe, of caramel, vanilla, but it's without the base added to it. It's very weird, and it sounds like it's not good, but it's actually pretty good. Like every time I smell it, I'm like, no, it's actually pretty interesting. On layering, it's amazing. It's like you're just adding that mystery note to everything, and it's very good. Especially on fragrances that don't have tonka, but it's quite nice. Like like when I layered it with Sauvage, I layered it with Cuba Gold, which has tonka. But anyway, I layered it with a couple of fragrances like that, and it's always it kind of freshens it up while keeping all the good stuff going on at the base. It's really nice. In layering by itself, it kind of doesn't smell like anything specific. It's like a bit like that fragrance, Juliet has a gun, not a perfume. It's kind of like that, but it's more a real note than not a perfume. And it's kind of like it's true that it's kind of sexy when you wear it. Like you need to spray a lot, I guess, because it's just a top note. So but it's still kinds of you have a small aura of something sexy going on. But Tonka kind of projects a bit more. Anyway, it's a very weird fragrance. I'm like not even sure what I'm talking about. But it does really smell good. If it's that kind of fragrance, you could take that one and spray some on yourself, and you're just gonna basically smell good. It's like a bit like not a perfume where you're just smelling good, but now it's not Embroxon, it's Tonka. And it's I don't know, like I don't understand that fragrance, but I like it a lot, and I do layer it. I do think about layering it with some fragrances a lot, and I do like get cravings, of like wanting to smell like this tonka bean. But even though it sounds crazy, it's just like yes, it does smell like it's good, and it's like wow, it's like clean and citrusy, but yet caramel and vanilla. It's awesome, but you kind of understand that it's just one scent, you know, it's one note, and you understand it. Like your brain understands it, but it's just like one note that has like such range. Like it goes to citrusy to very base vanilla, you know. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like a fragrance by itself, even though it's one note, but you understand, the brain understands that it's one single note, one single scent. Anyway, it's like, try it out, I guess. It's Kokeshi Eau de Toilette, the one called Tonka, and I think that there's other ones like that. They're called one note or another. I don't even know, but I'm pretty sure that it's like a collection. Go check it out. It's decent. It's really a decent quality fragrance. It lasts. It whatever. It doesn't still is a bit more like a cologne than an eau de toilette. It's an eau de toilette, but it's still a bit more like a cologne. It's just the head note too. So, but it's still like you get what's going on, and it kind of lasts. And no, it's pretty decent. And I don't think that it goes for a lot of money. Like I think it's very very like dirty cheap. Go for it. You'll be surprised. It's very like you can like with that. I understood that there's a lot of possibility to smell completely different from everyone and yet still be very sexy. So that being said, spread love and spray love. Bye bye.